So that's the override. Yeah, great. Okay. And so is there a point in time when you talking yourself out?
Can't afford to.
Great, okay. So that's a good statement. I can't afford to talk myself out of it. So that might be more of a helpful statement. You're basically saying, I can't afford to do it other than this. Yeah, great. Anyone else?
I just like, because I go to a lot of boxing and I've got a partner, training partner, and I've let her down. You know, I've got it on holiday. I know other people are doing it, but it's nice to think, no, I've got to go, she's going to be there. We're committed to this together.
Great, so that's social accountability. So you don't want to let your teammate down. And if you are doing exercise down the track where you haven't got someone to help you, which is a great strategy, it might be, I don't want to let myself down. Yeah, that's great. Anyone else? Anyone else got examples or questions about that? Who finds that challenging to really think about it? Does anyone want me to workshop one? And it could be just a general situation.
Yeah, the weekends.
Yep.
I'm now dreading them.
Okay, so
I
why
love to drink wine on Fridays, and now I can't. What do I do?
So what's the problem with drinking wine on Fridays?
Well, it got me really fat.
So let's go back to work. You might have no portion. So
there's none of that. I just don't have that.
So what's your goal?
To be slim and healthy.
So that's the. Do you mind if we workshop this? Is that? Yeah. Okay. So this is a really good line for the summer. Yeah. Okay. So your goal might be to weight management. Is that right?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Okay. That's huge. That's a huge goal. It's like energy, fitness. What does that mean? So you've got to break them down to specific behaviours. So what are the specific behaviours that you've been working on in order to get you to manage your weight? You said alcohol's one thing.
Yeah.
What else have you been doing?
Food.
Yep. Now there's still two big goals. What does that mean? So
All seems massive.
Yes. So alcohol minimisation, is it alcohol-free days, is it alcohol avoidance? What's your
avoidance, just, yeah.
Okay, so has that been working for you?
Well, for this week and a half.
Okay, so what's your confidence in 2 weeks' time?
I don't know.
Okay, so is that realistic? Okay, so what would it take to be, like, is it sort of like a weekend thing you like to with friends? Maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. So is there, the question is, are you able to have some alcohol but still keep losing weight?
I don't know, can
I? What do you guys think?
Yes.
Absolutely. So let's just put that down. There are two ways. Minimisation and maybe 3 days. So for some people it's school nights, none. Friday and Saturday I give myself permission to have X amount. If you gave yourself permission to have X amount of alcohol, do you think you'd be able to last through the challenge? Or do you think that would be
I think for the moment it just needs to be nothing.
Nothing? Yep, okay. So for you it might be, sometimes people do avoidance for a couple of weeks just to get their taste, just to get the taste away and get used to it. It's like sugar, so you just cut it out, go to a baseline and then reintroduce it. So for you it might be giving yourself permission of maybe avoidance for, let's say, the first 3 weeks. Then you might sit back and go, how am I going with this? Do I feel like I'm going to break the goal? So can I actually go back and work on alcohol minimisation and give yourself permission? We know with weight loss that women can still have 1 glass, not a problem. It's usually 1 glass 4 days a week with 3 alcohol-free days a week. For others it might be none the whole week and I have 2 on Saturday night and then I'm going to drive home because I'm going to be out for a few hours. So there are ways of doing that. Yeah. Food, what's your goal in relation to food? It's a big area. What are your specific?
Less of it.
Portion.
It's been our mantra in
yeah.
My poor other half at home, he hates it. That's still big, portions. We mean portions at meals, snacks.
Everything.
Everything. Okay. So can you see how this can really just branch out? Think of it like a family tree. If we just say I'm going to cut down my portions, are we really going to be specific in achieving it? Maybe not. So we've got to be pretty. So meals, snacks. What's your strategy with caution with your meals? What have you been doing?
or just serving myself like a quarter of what I normally serve.
Okay. Okay, and has that been working?
Yeah, so far.
Great, okay, so you've got a strategy there. What about with snacks and stuff? How have you been managing that?
Well, I just got rid of all the junk
Yep.
and only have the healthy stuff.
Great. So if you replace the sometimes foods, the nice things, with
Yeah.
all the foods that you could eat,
Yes.
and that's working.
Although I did find licorice that I used to decorate a cake.
Ah.
And I ate all of it. It's my only thing that I've failed on
Look,
so
for some
far.
people, we're either black
Couldn't
and white,
help
they'll
myself.
just go and leave the evidence and hide and then start again. That's so. What are the other specifics? Obviously, exercise. So you're looking very fit today. So exercise.
Yeah. Trying to do it every day.
Okay. How's that going for you?
Yeah, good so far. Oh, no, 6 days. Sorry.
6 days. Yep. Great. Are there any other sorts of behaviours that you're working on in order to
I
manage?
think that's enough for now.
Yeah. So what's your confidence at the moment in carrying out those behaviours that you've got there?
Yeah, good, but I can't see beyond. It's just day by day.
Okay, so take it in every day. Yeah. So what are you going to do? This is for all of us as well. You're going really well, and usually the first couple of weeks, first 3 weeks, it's going really well. How do you anticipate a lapse? So what do you need to keep in mind if it doesn't go so well, or if you do have a day that it doesn't go so well? What's your strategy to get back on track?
Yeah, I don't have one.
Okay, hold right there. You're not leading today. Okay, so are you saying that there might be a day where you've had a not so good day and then how do you get back on track? Okay, so,
Can I just add something to that?
yeah.
Like, I'm a bit scared about Easter coming up because it's within the challenge.
Yep.
So that's kind of something that's always in the back of my mind. Easter time.
Oh, now I'm thinking about chocolate.
Okay, so do you think that that might be when it, because that's the thing, because you know, we're all being pretty rigid with it, and then you get to that, you know, Easter time and you might pop over to a friend's place for drinks, chocolate. Do you think that's when it might happen, or do you think?
Well, when the challenge ends,
Yep.
3 days later we're going to Thailand for a month. So in my head I'm saying it's going to all be over then.
Okay. So what we're saying there, it's the very black and white thinking. I've been really good, and then I'm going to go on holiday and ruin it. So the question is, can you actually go through celebrations in life, holidays, Easter, Christmas, and still be able to manage it?
Because Easter was more like it would be
It's
right.
in the
I reckon
middle.
that-
Yep.
And it's
Okay.
right where.
So let's look at management, and it goes back
You
to
know, like,
yeah.
You can, but what about when your celebrations are on a weekly basis, you know?
Yep.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, you don't just have one a year, you have them every week sometimes, especially over that Christmas and birthday period throughout
Yep.
the month.
So everyone's going to be different too.
Yeah.
For some people, they may not have a lot of celebrations. For others, it might be all the time.
October through there is to celebrate.
That's
For
right.
our families.
So the question becomes, what do you need to do to be able to have a plan? Because we find sometimes you haven't got a plan and it just happens. You go, oh, yeah. You know. So you've got to start to do some forward planning and really maybe map out all the things that are going to come up. But then it's basically back to your thinking of what's your approach to that. Is it forget it all and just go crazy, or is it when you're in Thailand, beautiful fresh fruits there? Hey, you might be having some drinks, but a lot of my clients end up losing weight when they're away because they do more
Yeah.
activity.
Especially Thailand.
Yeah. So.
I do exercise every day, but then I tend to
Okay. So what you're saying
eat more.
is, so celebrations and holidays to keep up the exercise. My little statement for that is, if you do the crime, you do the time.
Good way.
So if you do not have a celebration, that you might keep up your exercise. That's one strategy. What else? So you tell me, what's the situation in around Easter time? What's the sort of things that you find challenging there?
Not eat all chocolate all day.
Oh, is it? So chocolate, you don't want to be giving up chocolate unless you've got an allergy. I mean, everything with chocolate.
No.
But how do you, it might be going back to the previous years, what did I do and what didn't work? So it might be this year, how to actually manage it. So what are some strategies that you may have tried before, or you could try, to enjoy chocolate, but just to be a little bit careful of it?
I don't buy